that consistently show up for us, and I think that does not go unnoticed.
The two old guys that sit next to me.
Sure.
You probably hear them. You probably hear them yelling all the time. In fact, I give a quick shout out. Richard, I guess is his name. He goes by Dick, but you got to watch what you say on the air. But he's always sits right up next to me where I'm at, and he's always yelling, and he's at every game. He's been at every game since I've been here, even before I've been here. So the community. I think the one thing about Skidmore too is the community. Like when I was at Hartwick, obviously Oneonta. I don't know if you have been out there, but it was a college town that the students cared more about the party aspect of it.
Sure.
We got students at the games. Cool, because it was an isolated campus. It wasn't right in town like this. But we didn't get the community as much.
Yeah.
And it seems like you guys get the community a lot that comes in. Yeah. And when you guys walk around, you're like the big deal in Saratoga.
Sure, it feels like it, yeah.
So, and I know whenever someone says, "Oh, Skidmore basketball," I've heard of them. Whereas when I first came in, it was Skidmore. I've heard of them, but whatever. Right. And I think that Coach Burke and a lot of the guys that have come in, you included, have helped kind of turn that around a little bit in the community.
Yeah, and I think Coach does a great job. I mean, the summer camps that he runs over the summer are just spectacular. Like when I go home and talk to my other friends that play Division III sports, there's nothing like it anywhere else. Like you don't see those kind of attendance numbers from these kids.
Oh yeah.
Anywhere
you up here at all in the summer? Or?
Yeah. Okay. Every kid comes up for at least 1 week
for the camp. Okay, so you're familiar then with the summertime and what Saratoga is in the summer.
Unbelievable.
The track and all that stuff, right? The track's insane.
It's insane.
SPAC, I don't know if you've been to a show at SPAC, but it's a lot of big shows. The performance venue's insane.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, I don't know if you're a horse racing fan at all, but you're not. Okay.
But I have been to the track once, and it was spectacular.
It's crazy. Like it's the oldest track in the country, and it's a lot of history.
Yep.
And that's actually where I got started, was listening to horse race calls as well, that and pro wrestling. But
those announcers do better than anybody else.
It makes it exciting.
Yeah,
it really certainly does. And now to come full circle and be like, okay, I started getting interested in this because of horse race calls, and now I call for the thoroughbreds. It's kind of a full circle scenario for me. But and I started. So do you do anything on campus like any kind of like work study programs or anything like that, or
I don't.
You don't, okay?
Don't, yeah.
Because do you have any kind of like hobbies, clubs, anything that you're involved in?
I'm semi involved in the finance more club.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Which would make sense with your major.
Definitely not an avid member, but something I do kind of push myself to do more of, especially as I get older here.
You noticed that were the academics what you thought they would be? You said you came because of strong academics.
They were.
Did they hit you in the face with it when you got here?
They absolutely did. Okay. Yeah, much harder than I was expecting.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I know that was the big thing about Hartwick, was they had like an 87% acceptance rate.
Yeah.
But they slammed you when you first got there, and they had a huge dropout transfer rate.
Yeah.
So, and I know Skidmore was a little bit less with their acceptance, but I do know academically, the whole Liberty League is insane academically.
Yeah. And by the way, one of my teammates in high school, he's on the Hartwick men's basketball team.
What's his name?
A great friend of mine, Cosmo Hardinson.
Okay, again, I wouldn't know any of them now.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so he plays out there.
He does.
So he'll tell you all about Oneonta.
Yep.
And I don't know if he's ever mentioned anything to you. Cold cheese pizza, has he mentioned that to you at all?
He hasn't. I gotta ask him.
You gotta ask him about that. I'll pull it up real quick. We're not gonna be able to see it on the screen, but I'll show you real quick. So there's this thing. Because you go out downtown, Saratoga's got some spots, the O Boys.
Yeah.
Well, they used to be called Doughboys, but now they're called O Boys. And there's some pizza spots in town. So this thing that Oneonta actually, they actually trademarked it. And so anybody that wants to use it, anywhere else where they open has to pay the town or the city. So it's pizza with cold shredded mozz on top of it. Mm. So I don't know if you're a pizza guy.
I'm a big pizza guy.
Okay, because you're close to the city, I would imagine.
Yeah, huge pizza guy.
This at night, walking home from the bars.
Unbelievable.
Insane. and I've heard of it at first, and I was like, cold cheese. What is And this is And then you
does it melt or does
no, because you eat it so quick.
Right. Yeah.
But we used to have. I lived with the football guys, even though I played basketball. So we used to get, have games or watch a game or something, we'd get pizza ordered, and then we'd say, all right, can we have cold cheese on the side? And they would give you like a salad thing just with this cold mozz, and you just put on as much as you want and just eat it. And yeah, the freshman 15 is real. Mine was like a freshman 30, but they monitored what we ate, and they I had to stay in shape during the season. But once the season ended, once I was a senior and March ended, and we were done, and I was like, all right, I don't have to be an athlete anymore. Watch my diet.
Cold pizza,
beer, and cold cheese pizza. Yeah, 100%. It was insane, and it's still a thing. Yeah. A lot of the places aren't there anymore, but is there? But that segues into: is there a spot downtown that you frequent that you like a lot?
There 100% is, and it is a favorite of my parents. I would say it's called Osteria Danny's.
Yes. Okay.
And my parents, they've
whenever they come visit, they go there.
They've become locals there. They know my name. They just sit at the bar.
Oh, wow.
Meet them there after a game, and definitely a fan favorite in my family.
How are they about coming to games?
My mom wouldn't miss a game.
Okay, so she comes in person.
She goes.
I love that. I love that for you, but I hate that for me because that means they're not sitting home listening to me. So
my dad will be at home. He's always got it on the TV.
Okay.
He'll come to the home games.
Sure.
Come to
or
Vassar.
The big ones. Or,
sure. Yeah. My mom, she wouldn't miss it for the world.
Well, Vassar's a little bit closer to you, right?
Yeah, it's only about an hour and a half.
How far is it from here to Merrimack?
Like just under 3.
Just under 3. Wow.
Yeah,
okay. So it's a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good that you have the family that comes and watches as well. That's a big thing. And it was with me with Oneana, it was 88 miles, so it was an hour and a half.
Not too bad. Yeah.
So that's good. And any siblings?
Yeah, I got an older brother.
Did he play?
He did not play. He played baseball.
Baseball guy. Okay.
And then went to the University of South Carolina. He just graduated last year.
Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gamecock.
Okay. And he just graduated, so he's close in age.
Yeah, just under 2 years.
Okay.
Yep.
And so you never got into baseball? He didn't try to push you into baseball?
I played baseball when I was younger, but just it's so slow and.
It is. I'm not going to tell Coach Plourde you said that. But okay.
Listen, I love that Venezuela USA game was absolutely electric.
Judge choked, but yeah.
But I'm a fan of baseball. Okay. It just wasn't a huge
for playing.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, basketball's the fastest sport you're going to get. I mean, even with football, there's breaks. There's between every play, they go into the huddle. There's kind of slows down. There's timeouts. Basketball's nonstop, back and forth.
Basketball, hockey.
And I think you got to be, hockey's a different animal,
but of course.
You got to be conditioned, I think, a little bit more to play basketball than other sports. And I tried to tell people that, and they're like, oh, it's not that bad. No, you're running a lot.
Yep.
So you got to keep your legs, your ankles, your knees. You got to watch everything.
Yep.
But you haven't had too many injury concerns since you've been here, though.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to speak it into existence. But you haven't, which is good because Skidmore has had that in the past where they get on a roll and then a player gets hurt, kind of like what we had this year with Jacob and Charlie before that.
Yeah.
And that seems to be a trend a lot too. Is Skidmore's been undermanned a lot, but luckily Greg before him and then Joey really has been in almost every game.
Yep.
But for you. It's like, number 2, holding them down. It seems to be you're out there every single time.
Yeah.
Have you had a place so far in the Liberty League that you dread going? It is a tough Liberty League.
Yeah, I mean that trip up to Potsdam is pretty brutal. That Clarkson St. Lawrence.
Clarkson St. Lawrence trip on the bus. Okay.
Yeah, that's always a tough one.
You travel with the girls team?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do.
Because we did all co-traveling in conference. I wasn't sure if that's still a thing.
It's not all games, but like those long trips we normally do together. That's a brutal place to go play.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, Bard, that gym it's always tough to win in.
Yeah. Well, I actually have not seen. I've seen almost all the Liberty League gyms, but I haven't seen Bard. But I know that the campus, based on what I've seen, looks like Hogwarts. I don't know if you're a Harry Potter fan.
It totally does.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a big. It's all stone, everything.
Yep.
It's like upstate New York's Notre Dame. Really, is what it looks like. It's crazy. And again, I'm not a big Notre Dame fan either. I should be with my last name, but I'm not. So for you, then, are you? Being a co-captain and being now one of the leaders of the team, are you the vocal leader, or are you more of like a silent killer?
I would say I do use my voice a lot. I would say Hakeem does probably a little bit of a better job getting a message across to the team, and I'll give him credit there. I get pretty emotional in the moment, and might
I
not
don't
do.
blame you. Yeah.
But Hakeem does a great job staying pretty level headed. But yeah, I'd say we're both pretty vocal. We both voice our opinions, and I think it's taken pretty well.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, sometimes you gotta say the things that people might not want to hear,
Sure,
especially in a game that's not going your way or a season that's not going
100%.
your way.
Yeah, yeah,
And that was a lot of the stuff with us too. Was I was always kind of that was a kind of a chirper.
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
always,
me too.
you hit the three and then you turn to their bench and
you're
you say
saying
something.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think I don't remember if it was you or Jacob. I think it was Jacob, but it was one of you two that got a tee in one of the games where it kind of stood over him for a minute and said something, and I didn't see it. But all of a sudden the game stopped, the whistles blew, and they went to the scorer's table, and I was like, "What the?" And there was no physicality. It wasn't a flagrant. And all of a sudden, they're shooting free throws to get the ball.
Yeah, that was the other freshman.
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
Wirtz.
Oh,
Yeah,
Will.
yeah,
Yes, that's what it
yeah.
was. And I said on the air, I was like, how in this situation? Because you guys had a lead, and then all of a sudden they creep back in.
Right.
And I'm like, you gotta have a little bit of moxie in those situations. You might
100%.
be PO'd, but
Yeah.
you gotta just, because refs have gotten more sensitive lately.
Totally.
A lot more sensitive.
But
anything you say now,
yeah.
with us, talking wasn't as much. You had to punch the dude to get a tee. But for now, you say the littlest thing and
You're getting one.
Yeah. And it's so I've noticed that a lot in the games as well.
Sure.
So you say you live off campus.
Yeah.
You lived on for the first 2 years?
I lived on for my freshman year, and then I was off my sophomore year and off this year.
Okay, so see, that's different because for us, we were only allowed to live off campus junior, senior.
Okay.
I actually was in the dorms for the first 3, and then the on-campus townhouse is similar to what they have here for senior year.
Yeah.
And these are beautiful. I don't know if you've seen these.
But yeah, I'm living in one of them next year.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you're coming back on
campus. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're insane, and I think coming up here was it a different adjustment from high school in terms of when you get to a school like this that it's small, it's not a huge D1 university and everything, but the facilities here are top notch based on what I've seen.
Yeah.
The dining halls, the dorms, the apartments on campus and everything. And a safe environment for the most part.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's not really too many issues that happen on this campus. But yeah, overall, I mean, what has been your favorite, I guess, off the court moment? I mean, because there's a couple that I can remember, and even this was 15 years ago, but has there been anything that's really stood out to you about the campus or about college life here at Skidmore that hasn't been on the court?
Totally. I remember before my freshman year, we came up for